First, we're going to start with wetting the hair and making sure it's all saturated and detangled. Then we're going to bring down the hair to where the occipital bone is. And we're going to lift it up just a little bit above the occipital bone so we don't cut too much, but we also want to preserve enough length to make a modern mullet look. Now we're taking vertical sections and connecting the bottom to the horizontal line, and then soon enough we'll connect the top to the horizontal line too. Now we're taking diagonal sections and connecting behind the ear to the back. This is to secure a smoother transition from the sides to the back without taking too much length, but also preserving enough length to make it look smooth. Now we're taking diagonal sections around the taper area, and what we're gonna do is connect the taper area to the top, and then soon enough we'll connect the taper to the back to ensure a smooth transition. And this is to let us know where we're gonna end our taper, and then also what we're gonna debulk right under.
We're too busy over here. We're too busy. That's not our job. If you study that, well, that's your job right there for now. I don't know. For me, I can't really get into politics. It's not my sort of thing.
I feel like it's better to not be involved.
Yeah, because it's too much.
Get involved, you start seeing things differently.
Good, bro?
Yeah. You even see the whole.
Now for the top, we're doing a mohawk section, and we're getting the bang area, and we're just gonna cut a little bit. He said he wanted it above the eyebrow, so I ensured that. And now we're taking horizontal sections to connect that mohawk section to the sides. So basically we're bringing the sides and the top together to ensure that we have a smooth transition and we have flow on top. We're also point cutting, and this is just to add texture. Since he has straight Asian hair, we want to add enough texture to his hair so when he styles it, he could get a little bit of texture in.
What does he do on this freestyle? Play games?
Yeah, actually, we just got into art careers. I wasn't really playing it. He was like, bro, you should play with me. Him and a couple of our coworkers, they play together.
Okay.
I was like, bro, I don't know. Something about the game, I'm trying. I don't know. It's pretty fun. So we just been playing.
What do you want?
Does he go outside a lot, or he just stays at home?
Whenever I go out, he tries to bring him out with me. He don't really like going there.
Now that we finished shear work, we're gonna move on to our taper work. So what I have on is a 1.5 open, and basically we're gonna flick and do a scooping motion all the way up, and make sure to keep going up and float the 1.5 to create a smoother transition so all the hairs lay on top of the taper smoothly. And then we're gonna close it and cut all the hair under, and make sure we get every little hair as possible so that we can clearly see where we're gonna taper. And then we're gonna move on and get our trimmers, and then we're just gonna outline the C cups and behind the ear.
I just realized you got a whole entire desk now.
Whole toolbox.
Whole toolbox.
got the chair and the tools all for $450.
That's not bad.
If I bought everything new, it'd turn out to be $700. So I got a deal off one of the homies at the barber school. They were like, hey, I don't even use my...
Now with our clipper closed, we're gonna set in our ball line, just lining it up with the eyebrow and just a little bit above the ear. Now we open the lever and make 1/2 inch or a finger's width guideline on top of that. And then we're gonna close the clipper and attack the line, the ball line, and fade it into the 0.5 line. Now we're open little by little until the lever is fully open and we just faded the ball line.
But if the chair is like uncomfortable, you're like, kind of hurts my butt. And if you're there for like a while too, maybe the worst cut I ever had.
Now with our 0.5 lever open, we're gonna flick into the 1.5 close, and then we're gonna close it and attack the line under, and open little by little until it's all faded. And now that we have the 0 and we have the 0.5 all blended, we basically finished the taper. We'll come back and detail it. And then with our trimmers, we're gonna go up all the way until the ball line. Just use our corners and attack that little area. And then with our shavers, we're gonna get the stubble right under. And then we're gonna do clipper over comb to make sure that the bottom is connected to the rest of the back, and this is just to ensure that everything is the same length and also to avoid little hair sticking out. And then we're also gonna do this to the sides to connect the sides to the back. Mainly the taper, the top of the taper will connect that and make it transition to the back. Now I'm gonna apply some shaving gel, level 3, and we're gonna put it where the unibrow is, above the eyebrow and around the C cup area. And then we're gonna wipe it and make sure that everything is all smooth and clean. And then we're gonna get a razor. We're gonna sharpen our C cup. Make sure you're pulling the skin. You do not want to cut them. And then we're gonna get the unibrow area. And then we're gonna get just above where the eyebrows are, just to get the little fuzz that's up there. And this is how it came out.